Hello and welcome back to the British Accent Podcast. I'm Nick.
And I'm Emily. Today, we're talking about something really important for everyone learning English, especially if you sometimes feel like you're not moving fast enough.
That feeling of wanting to rush, to see quick results, to keep up with others. It's normal. But today, we want to remind you, it's okay to take the long way.
Exactly. Slow learning is still real learning. And sometimes, the long, steady path is exactly what you need to build a strong, lasting foundation.
In a world that celebrates speed and instant success, patience can feel like a challenge. But when it comes to language, and really any new skill, slow progress often means deeper understanding.
It means your English is growing roots, not just leaves. So, if you've ever felt discouraged because your progress feels slow, this episode is for you. Let's explore why the long way is perfectly fine.
One of the biggest challenges for learners is comparing themselves to others. Maybe a friend is picking up new vocabulary quickly, or someone else seems to speak fluently after just a few months. It's easy to feel like you're falling behind.
But language learning isn't a race. Everyone's journey is different. Some people absorb new words fast, while others take more time to feel comfortable using them. And both ways are perfectly valid.
Absolutely. Sometimes, slow learning means you're really internalizing the language, not just memorizing, but understanding how to use it naturally. It means fewer mistakes over time, and more confidence when you do speak.
That reminds me of something my teacher once said. Learning slowly is like baking bread, it takes time, but the result is so much richer. And I love that image. You can't rush the dough, and you shouldn't rush your learning either.
Exactly. And when you take your time, you also have space to enjoy the process, to notice small improvements, to feel proud of every new sentence you can say, and to make the language part of your daily life.
Plus, slow learning helps your brain build stronger connections. Repetition, reflection, and practice, even if it feels slow, all help your English become more natural and automatic.
So if you've felt frustrated by slow progress, try to see it as something positive. Every small step is real progress. Every day you practice, even if just a little, is a day you're getting closer to your goal.
And sometimes the long way is the most rewarding way. It means you're not just learning English, you're truly living it.
That's a powerful mindset to have. Instead of rushing, you're choosing to be patient and kind to yourself.
And that kindness will keep you motivated, even when the journey feels slow or challenging.
One practical tip I often share is to set small, achievable goals instead of big, overwhelming ones. For example, instead of trying to learn 50 new words in a week, focus on 5 that you can really use and remember well.
Yes. And celebrate those small wins. Maybe you used a new phrase in conversation, or understood a sentence in a movie without subtitles. Those moments might seem minor, but they add up over time.
Another thing is to be curious about your own pace. Notice how you feel when you learn slowly. Are you more relaxed? More focused? Sometimes slowing down helps you enjoy the language more and reduces stress.
It also allows you to revisit material multiple times, which is so important. Repetition isn't boring, it's how your brain builds strong, lasting memories.
And remember, language learning isn't just about quantity, but quality. Practicing speaking clearly, listening carefully, and really understanding what you say can be more valuable than rushing through lots of words.
Absolutely. And it's okay if sometimes you take breaks. Learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint. Resting helps your brain process what you've learned and come back stronger.
That's a great point. Taking the long way also means being patient with yourself when things don't go perfectly. It means knowing that progress isn't always visible day to day, but it's happening under the surface.
And that's why it's important to trust the process. Learning slowly means your English will grow steadily and sustainably. You're building a solid foundation that will support you for years.
So keep going, even if it feels slow sometimes. Your effort counts. Your journey matters. And every small step you take is real learning.
I actually know a learner who took this approach and really thrived. Her name's Mia. She started learning English a few years ago and was discouraged because she didn't see fast progress like some of her classmates. But instead of giving up, she focused on daily practice, just 10 minutes of reading or listening every day.
That's inspiring. Sometimes consistency beats intensity. Mia's slow and steady approach helped her build a habit that stuck. And now, a few years later, she's much more confident speaking English, even though she didn't rush.
Exactly. And Mia's story shows that slow learning isn't a weakness, it's a strength. It builds resilience, patience, and a deeper understanding of the language.
It also teaches you to enjoy the journey, not just the destination. When you rush, you might miss the small joys, like discovering a new phrase, or finally understanding a joke in English.
Those moments are precious. And they remind us that language learning is about connection, culture, and self-expression, not just speed.
So if you're feeling impatient with yourself today, remember Mia's story. Remember that slow progress is still progress. And that every small effort you make is a brick in the foundation of your English skills.
Keep going at your own pace. Trust that learning English is a personal journey, and the long way is a perfectly valid way to reach your goals.
That's a great idea, Emily. Let's suggest a couple of simple exercises listeners can try this week to embrace slow learning. For starters, how about choosing just one new word or phrase a day and really focusing on it? Use it in a sentence, say it out loud a few times, and notice how it feels.
I love that. It's manageable and keeps the learning gentle. Another exercise could be journaling a few sentences in English each day, reflecting on your learning experience, what you enjoyed, what was hard, or what you're curious about.
Journaling is fantastic because it helps learners slow down and think in English. It doesn't have to be perfect, it's about practice and self-expression.
Exactly. And maybe set a reminder to review what you wrote at the end of the week. Seeing your progress on paper can be really motivating.
Also, try to celebrate small victories. If you understand a sentence in a movie without subtitles or successfully order food in English, take a moment to feel proud. These little wins show your slow learning is working.
That kind of positive reinforcement keeps your motivation alive. Slow learning isn't about frustration, it's about steady growth and kindness to yourself.
And remember, slow learning means you're building a language skill set that lasts, not just quick fixes that fade. So take your time, enjoy each step, and trust that you're moving forward, even if it feels slow.
Well said. Embrace your pace. Celebrate the journey. And know that every bit of effort counts.
So, to all our listeners out there, remember, slow learning is real learning. It's okay to take your time, to build your English skills step by step, and to trust the journey you're on.
Be patient and kind with yourself. Every small effort you make is meaningful, and your progress, no matter how gradual, is worth celebrating.
Thanks so much for joining us today on the British Accent Podcast. We hope this episode has reminded you that your pace is your pace, and that's perfectly okay.
Keep going gently, keep learning with joy, and we'll see you next time.